You know what sucks?
I don't hear that.
Beyond Mike's ex-girlfriend not starting the show. So we're starting it. Hi, welcome to Roast Morning. My name's Tom.
I'm Mike.
I will be your Cody for this evening.
Say it again, Mike.
I'm Mike.
All right, good. Now, we're all
Yes,
here. We all know
yes.
the deal, okay? If you're new to the show, I don't know what to tell you. But the show's important. It's about history. Now, don't let our energy and perhaps drunken state confuse you. This is an educational podcast.
I'm straight
But
edge.
Tom, history's boring.
It sure is, and that's why we're here.
That's why we drink.
We're drinking, but drinking isn't really what brings it together. What brings it together is family, values, morality.
My week.
Some people,
Right.
some people call that a gathering
Yes.
of juggalo.
Hashtag
Which could be
gathering of juggalo.
Oh, you went that direction.
Yep. So anyway, guys, how's it going?
Doing better.
Yeah, it's going
Yeah,
great.
Cody, I noticed you're on the road. How's your week going? How's the driving?
Good. I'm great. I'm more of a rider. I'm more shotgun companion.
Well, the road
the
thanks you.
Yeah, it's Asian hate.
Yep, you got it. Serving you. I'm just fucking lobbing softballs for you guys all goddamn week. But yeah, it was. I've been exposed to all manners of gyration, be it plane and or road trip, and like this weird crouton like came loose from my belly button. It was like, ooh, like
Ew.
weird because like of all just like the vibrations and such. I
called
should have
a
saved it,
hernia.
but I didn't.
Wait, something physically came out of your belly button?
Yeah, it was like a little like crouton thing.
Ew.
Just 'cause it was like shaking loose or something.
Let's
Yeah.
get that checked out, dude. Trust me,
the
they've
fuck?
cut me open twice.
They find anything good in there?
From things coming out of your belly button, though.
Oh, it can't
Or
like
was it-
actually
was it
out
the
of your
other
belly.
belly
Like,
button?
you have
Like a
a hole, like
crouton.
someone fucked your belly button.
He's like that episode of Ren and Stimpy where there's that whole universe of the guy who's green and he's just like, I'm the Grinch.
Oh yeah, belly button lint, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that.
Wait, so Cody, where are you? Where in the world is Cody San Diego?
New Orleans.
Okay.
Oh shoot.
What is it like
New
to
Orleans.
drink outside on your balcony and everyone goes, drink more? We love this inebriated state, and our AA
haven't
meetings
done
are
that.
packed.
Haven't done that yet, but did have like the drinky beignets this morning. For those of you that don't know, my uncultured ass is just gonna call them like cheesecake Pop-Tarts.
What?
And I was drinking like an Irish iced coffee out on the curb under an umbrella, and it was lovely. And I adore this place.
Well, that's, I'm glad you brought that up because that's like the sensibility, the sensible listener, the 45-year-old woman. That's really, Cody, you bring that demographic.
Yeah,
in.
I nailed that
With kind of
demographic.
shit.
That's you guys are welcome. I bring those people to the table.
Cody,
And we all benefit
I
from
Cody
it.
appreciate
has
So
been
fuck
doc-
you, and
yeah.
you're welcome.
yeah, Cody needs to go. He's been documenting every home goods along the route. They stop. Buy
I've been taking picture of food like nonstop.
home goods.
I'm not surprised. Anyway, that's nice to hear. I'm glad you're having a fun time in NOLA. Get yourself a po' boy. And speaking of po' boy, Mike,
What was that?
how's it going? How's
How
the
do?
investments?
They're a little, I don't know. I mean, to break it down in layman's terms for you
Thank
simple
you.
folk,
Okay.
they're doing great.
They're doing great.
And I don't want you to even worry about it. Don't even look at anything I send you.
I'm personally not worried.
Please
at all.
don't look at it
Oh,
because
no,
you're going to be
yeah, we're good.
too excited and maybe make something a really bad decision. So
Okay.
I love that bank statement we got, guys. Where it's like your investment statement, and like where it's going.
yeah,
Good. A lot of red.
yeah, it's doing fine. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, red, good in red.
For those of you who don't know or missed this on the show, there's no joke here. Cody and Travis have provided Mike with $6,000 to invest, and he's doing
Sorry.
great, as
Great.
he said.
I'm not
Yeah,
doing
sounds
bad.
amazing.
It's not doing bad. I
Right.
would say that. It could be better. As you can see, the market's been kind of
If you're paying
shaky.
attention to market,
shaky.
Mike, you
Anyway.
gotta thrive in that goddamn like bear market. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You just have to like make friends with your fellow bears and just nestle in and just be like, here I come, bottom.
I think Warren Buffett used to say,
Can't get rich fast.
be greedy when others are fearful and have sex with their wives
Is that true?
while everyone else is being greedy.
You might be paraphrasing, but I remember that. Yeah.
Warren Buffett's a scam artist.
Yes.
Speaking of which,
Oh,
Travis, how are you?
I'm doing good. By the time you hear this, I'll be back in Portland. But I know I mentioned on the last episode, I am 2 days away from driving across country with my cat.
Yeah.
And the thing that I realized, I obviously I didn't plan this, but there's this whole thing called Brood X cicadas. All them cicadas is gonna be out.
Oh yeah.
I just
Oh,
got a
yeah,
new
that'll be
car.
fun.
They don't even shit though.
What?
They just fly around,
They just fly around.
make a
Yeah, but
noise.
they're gonna
They
fly
are-
into my fucking grill.
That'll
They
be
are
fine.
the shit.
You're a
They're winged
Subaru. You're a
shit.
tough car.
I'm just imagining getting out of fucking
You don't want to eat one.
Illinois and just like having to, get all the vents.
Pancake
I don't know
of
how
cicada.
cars work really.
I
Pipe out events with cleaners.
You can't trick me. Now, when you hit these cicadas, they have a shiny shell. You can make little belt buckles, novelty belt buckles, not real belts, okay?
Yeah.
Start your
Or
Etsy
like a
store.
cat.
Oh,
Portland, cicada. It's all coming together.
well,
All
the only
natural,
thing
too.
I did learn that apparently there's a lot of people talking about eating them cicadas, and I'm all down to eat them. But if you got a shrimp allergy, which obviously I don't, because I love my shrimp,
Mhm.
you can eat them and they taste like wood shrimp.
Ugh.
Wood shrimp.
Yeah, like a
I
woody
don't.
shrimp.
I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna taste like
I need
wood.
someone who's not you to sell me on that, honestly.
All right,
I think it's gonna
dog.
taste like a bunch of weird things in one.
You want someone else? Oh, I'm Pierre Le Travous. Eat
Oh,
them
are you
cicadas.
impersonating someone?
Yeah.
Hey, to each their
Stop
own.
French hate.
Yeah.
They did it.
Yeah, every guy
Well-
at the Grande did it at his show.
Congratulations, Travis. You're going back to Portland.
How do you feel?
Yeah, that's fine. That's really fine. That's really where your Subaru belongs. Okay.
Wow.
Tom, speaking of lesbian Subarus, that didn't work.
That was.
Amazing segue.
I'll take it. I really will. My life is in utter turmoil. My professional life is possibly the worst thing I've ever experienced. To be honest with you, truly, it is not. It is not good. There's no joke to be had about how my week has been. I have been
Don't make
waking up
jokes, though.
to emails from Koreans who make lots of money telling
Uh-huh.
me what to do, who don't even know what a thing is. For example, I believe their video editor they've hired off of TikTok. So as I work with them and ask
Glorious.
for maybe sample rates and bit rates, technical stuff, trust me on this, they go, huh?
So I would say.
I truly am ready to retire. I've never aged so quickly in the course of a month. I am brittle. I am atrophy. I'm going to
Got
start a
those gray
GoFundMe.
pubes.
Just stop showing up, Tom.
They come to my door. They are Three's Company theme song. Come and knock on our door. We're gonna fuck you in the mouth at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's exactly what their agenda is, and it's fine. So anyway,
To the point.
I'm gonna start. This is news though. I'm gonna start a GoFundMe. It's gonna be right to the point. The Tom's Job is Retarded Fund. Now, I'm going to set a bar
I like
of
this.
$4 million. If I reach this goal, I will take my entire salary this year and donate it to Mike's foundation
Oh, please.
for children who are learning about investing. Now,
If you want to make a
Self-included.
good donation, that's
Right.
where you should put your money.
this is it's true. So I will do that generous thing where I take my money, just like Donald J. Trump. He didn't take any money for doing a great job. He
Oh, wow.
put it back into the system, right? So I will put my money back into the system if I can obtain $4 million.
Is Mike's donation is his charity fund called Step Brothers and Step Sisters
If you want it to
because of the porn?
be. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be about porn. It can be about step brothers and step sisters getting along.
I'm going
Yeah.
to
Oh no, I lost my socks in the laundry.
gonna-
Mike, help me. I'm over 18 years old.
I'm going to reach out to
stock.
Johnny Sins,
Not
and we're going to work
professional.
on a donation, a charity together. It's going to be about making sure all the kids get dessert. And it's going to be called Johnny Cinnabons.
Johnny Sin Cream
Extra
Pie.
glaze.
Extra glaze.
That's
This is
the
terrible.
face I want to see.
You know what? I think we have history. That's what
Yeah.
needs to happen right now.
Yeah.
We had enough
This
of
is,
these
this is
jokes.
gold. This is gold, though. If you really want me to take this away from you, I will.
I think you need to because I'm stewing. I'm truly mad.
Cody, it's time for the boring history.
Yeah. Ugh.
All right.
God.
So on our mortician slab
history
tonight,
class.
we have the one, the only Stanley Clifford Weyman, aka the New York Mimic, also known as the Brooklyn Chameleon.
Ew.
You intrigued?
I think I've
Does
heard
that
of this
tickle
guy
your
before.
fancy?
I'm disgusted. A Brooklyn
All right,
chameleon?
I think I've heard of this guy.
I thought it was just Andrew
Yeah.
Dice Clay. I thought he was alive.
No. This is not Andrew
Is this a
Dice
different
Clay.
guy?
Okay, well,
I like the notion of a Brooklyn chameleon just having like a pavement cigarette butt and like stuck gum pattern in its repertoire.
yeah, and it has
like-
what are they? Paellas on their ears.
Pay us?
Pay us.
You with the
Sure,
rice on
something
your
like
head.
that.
You know, this
I
is
mean-
not the first time you've talked about rice on the side of people's heads.
I was just saying, maybe if you want to stay warm in wintertime, you're up in northern Maine, you put a paella in your hat.
Leave them alone. Leave all the Honda Odyssey driving people alone. Cody, continue.
Stanley Clifford Weyman is his most notable name, not his birth name. So I want you guys to get excited for this episode because we got silly impersonations, easily charmed and doofy military officers, and we have moronic country leaders. So
Okay, wait.
we got
Okay.
hijinks. We got hijinks coming in on this one. Hot.
Okay.
So I'm imagining right now it's a man from Brooklyn.
It's a man.
He's got all these different
man
masks
from
on,
Brooklyn.
like Scooby Dookus. And he's like, oh, it wouldn't be, I would get away with it if I wasn't for kids. And they pull off the mask. It's like, he's from
That's
Queens.
Scooby-Doo, man.
No, he's from Staten Island.
We will, in fact, be tying Cars for Kids into the show somehow. We don't know yet, but Brooklyn is
We'll
a
get
good
there.
start. And Scam Artist.
Stanley Jacob Weinberg, born November 25th, 1890 in Brooklyn. That's his actual birth name, Stanley Jacob Weinberg. In school, he was an honor student and received rewards for being
me.
an excellent debater.
Okay.
Oh, the debate team.
Well,
I was
Yeah,
fucking dick.
if the last name didn't say enough in Cody's intro, he's Jewish.
Really?
Yep,
I thought it was a
Weinberg
Latin
gets in
man.
there.
A Latin man. All right.
Well, he goes down to South America soon enough, Travis, but we'll get there. 20th birthday rolls around, and his parents was like, hey, so what do you want to do for a living? And he was just like, I want to go to Princeton, become a diplomat. I want to go to Harvard and study medicine. And then I want to become a doctor and then a lawyer.
Oh, I should have do.
So a lot of expensive shit. And his father, who wasn't necessarily lush with funds, was just like, haha, how about fucking no with that? You know, use go ahead and start receiving, real life job experience. Put some of your own money aside and then pick one of those and then I'll help you out.
Cody, you said a date. When's this asshole born?
1890.
1890 he was born. This is his 20th birthday. So you just assume it's 1910, right?
Okay, 1910. All right. Imagine.
1910.
Imagine
So
cool
he has-
mustaches.
Oh, there you
The
go.
bowler
On the
hat,
side of their heads.
No, on the front of their face.
Oh, never mind.
big bicycles with a big tire.
Yeah.
Look at that shit.
Penny's farthing.
Penny farthing. Yeah, yeah.
Strong men
I
lifting.
hate back then.
bell
It's so
bars.
complicated with that shit. It's like fucking call it a bike.
Yeah. Stupid bike. Hey, I watched a guy on a penny farthing get hit by a taxi
Is he in Brooklyn?
in Brooklyn.
I
So he
knew
deserves
it was there.
It was
Yeah, that's
in
awesome.
Brooklyn. It was some nerd in a vest.
He didn't survive. Mike's still giggling.
He didn't survive. Oh, that's pretty fucked.
No, it's fine. He worked in an ice cream parlor.
All right, I was gonna.
It's fine.
That's goofy. That's goofy as
That's a
shit.
sad way to go. That's like a happy kind of job. Like, everyone's really happy when they get an ice cream.
Yeah, but he wasn't delivering ice cream from his penny farthing.
Missed opportunity, I say.
Yeah, and better tips probably.
I'm glad he's dead. Continue, Cody.
Yeah, okay. So his father was like, you don't have money for that. You put some of your own money away. Go get like, a base level, an entry level job, and then we'll get you like somewhere fancy once you put your money away and get your own experience. So he took a job at a camera store in Brooklyn.
B&H.
Dude, I love B&H. Also fits with the Jewish theme, but
Yeah. Didn't see that coming.
Can't help. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna tone it down. Really, self-hate.
no.
Self-hate, guys.
Stop.
You
it.
gotta do
running,
self
like,
hate.
3
That's
episodes with this.
mandatory.
It's different. It's fun.
Uh,
Get on my level, everyone. And by that I mean maybe don't. Maybe be happy.
drink as hard as Tom, maybe.
Yeah.
So Stanley's like, dude, it's taken forever to put away tuition for, being a doctor, lawyer, and diplomat. He's like, that's taken forever to put money away at this camera store job. So he has this uppity, heated discussion with his manager, and at the end of it, the manager's like, I can't pay you this. And Stanley's like, well, fuck you then, I'm leaving. And on his way out, Stanley just helps himself to the expensive camera that's on the display case. He's like, mine, I'm taking this because you're an asshole and won't pay me more. And the manager's just like, dude, what the fuck? It's a camera store. I can't get you diplomat, lawyer, doctor money from here immediately.
I must take my dick picked with the flash bulb.
Dude, that's
It's shoots the bulb all over his dick.
Ow, my dick's so hot.
yeah. It's gotta give you a mild sunburn.
You think he was the first dick pic guy? Who do you think the first person to take a
Oh,
picture
Mike
of
hit
the
it on the
dick
head.
was?
We're going home early.
I think we
It's him.
I think we did the first dick pic. Who was it? Some Hollywood boy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it
Forgot.
It was
Marlon
during
Brando?
Tallulah. It was during Tallulah Bankhead, I think.
Oh,
It was
someone called.
Barrymore.
Oh, right, John Barrymore
John Barrymore.
of theater fame.
Yeah.
Right there, it is. History. First dick pic.
There you go.
This is why we learn, dog. These are important facts.
Yeah.
Tom
So,
said he's
your boy-
researching a president, and I didn't realize it was the president because I'm dumb.
Yeah, it
Which
was
one?
fun. I was just like, I'm not going to tell you because we need some suspense. We let everything out here.
I'm gonna take a guess.
Just a tad.
Take a guess. I guarantee you won't get it.
FDR.
Go, Cody.
So he's got a little bit of money, but not enough to do what
Is
he
that right?
wants. So he says, well, yeah, let's have fun with this little bit of money. So he sends out some fancy embossed invitations to about 100, bigwig New Yorkers, mostly doctors, lawyers, and actually a Supreme Court justice. And he's like, let me throw an event and see who shows up just for funsies. So he sends out 100 of these fancy looking invitations, and 3/4 of them, show up for the night in question. And like it's not a black tie, or it's not a black tie event. It's a white tie and tail event, which I've never heard of. It's probably because I was born in a t-shirt and flip-flops my entire life.
Apparently, the only time that they really do white ties and tail events now are with the Queen. There's like mad presidents that like you see them with like old Queenie lady and they got white ties and a tail.
Oh,
There's a really doofy picture of Trump wearing that.
Oh yeah, he
Oh,
looks
I think I
really
recall.
fun.
Yeah,
I thought it was for, like weddings. People did that.
no, it's just
You can do
black
that at
tie,
weddings,
right?
probably.
I'm gonna.
I've seen weddings people with white tie and like white top hat.
All right.
I'm actually gonna. For my wedding, I was planning on doing coattails that were really long and they actually turned into shoes.
Yeah,
That's
you gotta
pretty cool.
upstage Gabby
Yeah.
and have a longer coat tail than her like
Ooh.
ride gown.
Mandatory
Oh, yeah.
Crocs.
It's gonna be really heavy for no reason. Kind
I'll
of like
hold
what-
it.
Yeah, like one of those pads they put on your
Chainmail
body
on
when
it.
they're X-raying people,
Yeah.
just like that.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Anyway, continue, Cody. This is getting out of hand.
So 75 of these like New Yorkers like dress up and show up, and they start enjoying like hors d'oeuvres and cocktails. And our subject tonight invents a personality and disguises himself as such, and introduces himself to his party guests as S. Clifford Weinberg. Not a huge departure, but he claims he's consulate general to Algiers, and this is his bon voyage banquet. He's going away to perform his duty in Algiers, and he's saying goodbye to New York. So he's having 75 of these bigwigs show up, dine and booze with him.
I'm gonna catch him right here. Does he speak French?
No, he does not speak French.
All right, so then I'd be like, "You're an idiot. You're not going." There.
What about
You're-
French?
Yeah, but the
accent,
thing is,
though? Are they asking?
How much are you going to scrutinize the guy who's giving you like little hors d'oeuvres and beers all night, Travis?
Dude, I'm gonna question. I'll pop like 5 cocktail weenies in my mouth. Be like, "Sorry, you speak French?"
Man, these royal types, seriously, the saddest, most lonely people on the face of the planet. I don't feel bad for them. I believe
We'll
they
get there.
deserve it. I think that's a part of the status. But so this guy managed to trick a bunch of numbnuts into
Yep.
coming to a white coat and tie event.
free hors d'oeuvres, man.
Amazing.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Booze and free hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So he's schmoozing the crowd. He's like he's asking people to talk, or like give speeches just to like make them feel important. And one of these people that falls for this trick is the aforementioned New York Supreme Court justice. And the justice like gets up and he's bullshitting like, I've known Stanley for so long. Even he just invented the character, and this New
Really?
York judge is like, I've known him forever. He's a good man that will do good service on what was it, Algeria? That's what happened. So Stanley can see him bullshitting. The two like hit it off. Stanley, our subject tonight, is a impeccable charmer. Thinks superhuman powers. Like he'll just charm the pants right off of you, and he does it to this judge. So these two are hitting it off, and the judge falls in drunk friendship with him. It's like, hey, this is great, but you should see where I work. You want to come to the courthouse tomorrow and be bros and just hang out and Netflix and chill? And he's like, what?
Do you want to watch
And,
me put Irish people in jail?
sounds good, right?
Oh, what's on the board today? O'Toole, O'Donnell,
Throw him
O'Kraken.
in. I can't
Oh, look at this
understand his
docket.
jabber jabber. I'm supreme.
That's
True.
how the Supreme logo was invented.
Yeah,
They used to put it
yeah.
on Irish people's foreheads.
Yeah.
So anytime you wear that, Irish hate.
Supreme not
Irish
supply-
Asian
yeah.
hate. It's Cody. You're hating on
Legacy.
Cody.
See?
Cody, both
Half,
of your sides. You're ruined in this day and age.
Oh, I'm a sandwich that fell on the floor, both sides down.
Yep. Oh.
So this judge was like, "Come see where I work. It'll be great." And Stanley was like, "Sure, why not? What could go wrong?" Well, the thing that could go wrong is that this New York Supreme Justice was like so enamored with Stanley and his demeanor that he pre-booked a photo op with Stanley. You know what I mean? Just like, "Hi, nice to meet you." Pose for the camera. Say cheese. Surprise, surprise! The photographer was Stanley's old boss that he stole that camera from.
Yeah.
Ain't that some
And
shit?
the photography store owner was just like, "That's not who he is.
Oh,
He's
he
not
snitched?
that. He's some guy that steals a camera and bitches about not being paid enough to be a doctor, lawyer, diplomat combo." So he was outed as a fraud on the spot before any serious judge chilling could get underway.
Damn, cock
And
blocks.
he was not thrown in jail, but put on probation for just being a fraud in general.
Watch out. Watch out for
Yeah.
this guy. He's going to use fake pennies.
Yeah. Well, it kind of emboldened him to like dive deeper into the art of impersonating, because moving forward, it's just probation, so he doesn't serve any jail time. So he's free to do his next stunt real quickly. He learns pretty soon that it's a wise move to invent not only your character, but invent supporting characters around that guy who you can also be. So he'd be like, "Oh, I'm this guy. Here are my references."
Wait,
And his references were just himself again.
are we talking? This guy, you said he was a shapeshifter. We talking
No.
about Eddie Murphy? Because
No,
he
we're-
was the
this
whole
is-
movie, dog.
He-
He was the clump. He was the clump. He was the clump
Yeah, that's true.
and the dog.
he
Hercules.
becomes his own supporting actors.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Or he could be Jim Carrey. I don't know. He came out of Rhino's butt.
That's a good one, too.
Yeah, but he's just one character.
He's got like positive schizophrenia.
yeah. That's multiple
Kinda right,
characters.
multiple
in one
characters.
body.
Positive.
body.
I like that. Mike's putting a silver lining on the rain cloud of mental disease.
So yeah, speaking of mental disease, I watched a little Jeff Dunham the other day.
What's wrong with him?
God,
I
why?
don't know how that keeps going.
I
It's
don't
still
know.
going.
What the
It
fuck
just
is
was
that?
on television. It was the first time I turned on a television in months, and there was just Jeff Dunham there, doing not comedy, but he was actually doing the news. Like he was doing what I would call CNN comedy.
Oh,
That's
talking.
dry.
It's just not
That's dry
funny.
as fuck.
It's not funny. It's just silly. It's silly. That's for sure. Bill de Blasio kind of humor,
Tom.
Have the French fries.
Tom, that's funny because I forgot to mention on How Was Your Week because I did something really similar. I just put a towel over my head and I put the faucet in my bathtub on a slow drip.
Nice.
Put it over my mouth and just opened up and just waterboarded myself.
It's better than CNN.
Yeah, better than Jeff Dunham.
And Jeff Dunham.
Better
Come
than
on.
Jeff Dunham.
Who the fuck
See,
is
the
Jeff
whole
Dunham?
thing, huh?
I know who that is.
the puppet guy.
You're the guy who does like the
Ventriloquist.
racist bit with a puppet. He's like, I'm a man, a skeleton. I blew up a thing. And then he's just like, well, no, you're not. I'm from Oklahoma. Look at me. Look at this haircut.
Guess what, guys? 9/11. Here's the Taliban man.
Yeah. He really, he is one of the
times.
casualties. His career is one of the casualties of 9/11. Let's continue.
So in late 1915, he adopts this personality, Lieutenant Ethan Allen Weinberg, Consul General for Romania.
Dude, I feel like everyone that's like a con artist defaults to Romania. This is like the 8th time I feel like Cody's brought a con artist. And it's like, and he said he was a royal from Romania.
Because
Not a
one
royal.
checks.
But just a hoity-toity person type from Romania.
Yeah, no, but
to
I'm
be
just
fair,
saying in
we
general.
know yes, but with like general knowledge, I know for a fact that Romania is a place. I could not nail down what a Romanian does or sounds like or acts like or what even they look
Dracula?
like. They're probably white, but
They
that's
got
just
Dra-
me.
They got the Dracula.
I got the Dracula there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too pale. That's too pale, and I think fiction. Don't quote me on that.
I met a Romanian man one time who told me probably 5-6 times over the course of a half hour that Romanian has given us the words paprika and vampire.
Oh,
So
that's
that's
pretty good
something.
words.
Cool.
Team
Those
So
are good
Edward.
contributions.
Yeah.
So this guy's dropping that knowledge. Have you heard of paprika?
So I haven't heard of that.
He was a
Have you heard
nice
of that?
guy. I forget
News
his
to
name,
me.
but he kept saying it. Continue.
So Stanley, one of Stanley's great imposter tricks is just keep pouring on the big, important, slightly confusing words into your title. So, the stool pigeons react like, wow, if this dude's going to bother to say that each time, mind you, Lieutenant Commander Ethan Allen Weinberg, Consul General for Romania, if he's going to say those, umpteen syllables every time he introduces himself, that's clearly pride in duties and must exist. You know what I mean? If he was just a sloppy, imposter, he would just say, I'm Lieutenant Commander Weinberg. But he says the entire thing every time, so people are like, wow, this guy takes pride in something. That must be real. So if you need to pass a fake credit check coming up, Mike, take notes, okay?
I wish I was alive back then. It looks like shit was easy. You could just lie about everything.
Right, Mike?
Yeah, dude, you would be a millionaire right now.
I fucking would be.
You're also a Dogecoin millionaire now.
Soon.
It's
It's
Soon
teetering
never.
on the fence. I don't want to talk about my financial.
Oh yeah, his finances.
I don't want to talk about that really on the.
Right, we don't want to give that away.
I don't want to get the people too excited when I talk about it.
So
No.
in addition to this long-winded title, he's also got this spanking tight baby blue coat with a bunch of gold fringe and braid on it, just to be like, yes, a Romanian might wear this. It just looks absurd to the point where why else would anyone wear that unless it's some foreign garb of a military officer?
And then the Beatles happened.
Yes, think that. That's a great visual representation
Sergeant Pepper
of what's
kinda
going
thing?
on.
Sergeant Sausage and Peppers. One
Wait.
of my favorite albums.
Didn't they copy My Chemical Romance?
Yeah, they did. Those
Yeah.
fuckers.
Gerard from My Chemical Romance, Joe Rogan's cousin.
Really?
Yes, very fun. Not
I know-
very good music. Man with a lot of face paint, and obviously a penchant for the guy who shot John Lennon. Continue.
I know Jordan's cousin too. I know another Jordan.
He said continue. So he's this baby
Yeah.
blue clad Romanian with gold fringe, and he approaches the U.S. Navy upper brass, and he's just like, "Hey, I don't know what a Romanian accent sounds like, so just imagine it." And he's just like, "Hey, the great country of Romania has learned so much from American technology and naval tactics. I am sent on behalf of the Queen to informally thank you for boosting our naval warfare and protection capacities." And the Navy's just like, "Oh, you're welcome, little weird guy."
Wait, I already see a problem here.
Yeah, I was
going
gonna.
on?
I think can we do this together?
Yeah,
We're
can we-
raising our.
Ding!
Touch your
ding.
penises. Yup.
Yeah, we
did
just flopped them out on the table.
Could you voice my concern?
Well, the thing about Romania is that I don't think it's got no water.
I don't think that. Yeah, pretty landlocked.
Yeah.
if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a lot of caves.
Yeah.
You can't ride a ship through a cave.
I didn't even
what
look into
gives?
that. You guys are geniuses, and
I knew that
I'm
too.
a doof.
Yeah, I do a pretty good Romanian accent. From that. Yeah, you gotta do
Dracula.
but it's not.
I
No,
love good to
stop
suck
saying
your
that.
blood.
You gotta do Dracula, but it's more English. It's like, I want to suck
Paprika.
your blood, mate.
That's Australian.
That's convincing.
No,
I'll
it's
buy
like-
that.
Yeah,
Especially if he's in baby blue coats.
fish and chips, mate. Let me suck on it, blood.
Oh, you fucking cunt.
Club.
Wow,
That's
this guy's a regular old from Wallachia right here.
I'm a
Yeah, the
Wallachian
Wallachia
citizen. My
mimic.
dad owns a farm that's on fire all the time.
So he approaches the Navy, and he's already sucking their toes a little bit, just like, "Hey, my queen said thank you, so I have to say thank you." And the Navy's like, "This guy's all right. Let him quote unquote inspect a ship." And when the Navy brass is saying inspect, it's like, let him see what we got. It's more of a tour it's more of a gimmick for a tourist rather than an inspection, because he has no naval background. I don't know what he's inspecting. He's licking the anchor and pissing in the boiler to make sure it's hot enough and shit like that.
It's the
flossing.
U.S. Navy showing their big peepees.
Yeah, flossing.
Yeah,
is
it's the
term.
USS Wyoming,
Flexing.
for your information. And they greet him on board. It's like, "Yeah, inspect the ship to your heart's desire." And they do the whole fancy 21 gun salute for this,
She.
blue-clad, a little Romanian imposter.
Mike, see, I know they shit's dripping. She.
Is that it? I just
Wow.
know she. I just hear that all the time. It's like she.
Guys, I missed yeet. I missed the when
Yeet.
Stop being.
I'm
cool.
holding on to that one just so I can
I love that
identify.
one.
She.
You're.
Could you imagine 100 Navy men In the year 1913, yeeting.
Yeeting.
Yeet it on
21
him.
times.
Yo, I got from Romania. Yeet.
Yeah, 21 yeet salute. Yeet, yeet.
There you go.
Yer.
This could be the
Yeah.
rest of the episode, but we should power on.
Oh god.
Navy people's like, here you go, welcome aboard. And, Stanley does his superhuman ability of just like schmoozing, talking, charming, these rugged seamen, like, these men who, like, don't get shore leave too often. He just makes them fall in love. And
Dang, he's sexy.
Sure enough, our boy Stanley's like, you guys want drinks and dinner? I'm paying. And like the entire ship is just like, oh my God, we love you. Yes, we'll take your food and drinks for free. Crazy, baby blue coat wearing fuck. So Stanley marches all of these seamen to the Hotel Astor, which notably was in my last episode with what's his face? Wow.
Oh,
horrible.
Rothstein.
Rothberg.
Arnold Rothstein.
Rothstein, thank you.
Yeah, he did it.
Oh boy. So he goes to the Hotel Astor and he's just like, keep the drinks and nomables flowing for me and my Navy buddies.
Yeah, me and my
They're
rough
all-
seamen.
How's he pay for all
Yeah,
this
the
shit?
crusties.
Well,
You guys
Mike, I
tell me
think we're
that?
about to find out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So wait, what was the question?
how's he paying for all this shit?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked for that, Mike. Because like when the bill was starting to get a little spicy, the waiter's just like, can I get a courtesy flush on this bill? Stanley was just like, put it on Romania's tab.
Back in the
And
day,
he
was
handed
fucking
the waiter
weird,
like the address for the Romanian embassy.
What? You could do that
Like,
shit.
Put my
Are you
like
kidding
tapas
me?
on a foreign country's tab, please.
Yeah.
And also ditto for like, the 80 guys I'm with.
was born too late.
Right. So you're able to do this back then. Mike, you bring up a great point. It's really easy to be back then.
I
Think
was
of it
born too
today.
late.
Today, you get jury duty and they make you have to call them every day.
Yeah.
What kind of shit is that?
I don't
wanna
know.
Go.
Today, if you forget your Netflix password, you have to tell a robot that you're not a robot.
You gotta click those little things. There's no stop signs. You gotta do all that bullshit.
Back then, you said, please, thank you, put it on Romania's tab, and I'll see you on Tuesday. And that was it.
And then you don't show up on
Yeah.
Tuesday.
This is genius.
you're
this
good.
guy.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And no one would ever hear from you again. It was just a story that someone could tell. But this is why no one has stories today, because everyone's just trying to log into their fucking Netflix so they can be brainwashed with retarded writing all day.
And also, I mean, the Romanian GDP's got to be at least $80.
They got it
Come on,
covered.
bar tab.
We got it covered, boys. What were they drinking? Natty Ice.
Yeah.
Give us a break.
That bill gets up there when you have like 9 of those ahead.
Yeah, real.
Yeah.
Which you honestly, you do need like 9 natty ices to feel anything. But so we know Joke sticks the country of Romania with like his fucking dinner bill. And just after, the entrees are eaten and, the bill is probably at its spiciest, 2 Bureau investigation detectives emerge and arrest Stanley, tipped off by Stanley's parole officer. And he's just like, dude, you can't be pretending to be other people. You got to knock this off. So they arrest him, and Stanley snaps at these 2 officers or detectives. And he's like, could you not have arrested me after dessert? Like, fucking rude. You're a rude men to arrest me before dessert is served.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, that's pretty
It's true.
rude,
Let me know
dude.
there's dessert.
I'm so glad that so many people have spent entire lifetimes in jail because of minor drug offenses. And this guy just gets to,
He gets
parole.
slapped on the wrist again because like nothing malicious happened. He just like,
Yeah, and he
dined
tells the
on
officers,
Romania's bill.
He's like, the officer's like, excuse me, sir, I must finish my Boston cream pie.
back then it was a real pie.
Yes.
Now it's just something
Full pie.
horrible.
Now it's just the Dunkin' Donuts.
Your accent is spot on. Your Romanian
This is
accent is
weird.
killer.
Yeah.
It's giving me an
I
aneurysm.
kind of want a donut now.
Would you like a Boston cream?
I love those.
So again,
Yeah, those are
slapped
good.
on the wrist because nothing
It's like one of those.
malicious went down, nothing violent happened, nobody got hurt, but he is impersonating a foreign military officer at this point. So I think he just gets his probation.
There's no fine. They don't fine
lengthened.
you. They fine
What's
you.
up?
They fine you now for pretending to be a police officer.
They find you now for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess back then, yeah, I guess get away with murder.
Back then, yeah, it was kind of like slap on the wrist because like people were
getting
too
murdered.
busy not
yeah.
dying to make sure like other people were like
behaving. Yeah.
I feel
And
like
is this happening during like World War One? Because you said he was like 20 around 1910.
yeah. So right now that stunt happened 1915.
All right,
And
middle
his
of
next
World War
stunt
One.
was kicking off 1917.
Yeah, so no one gives a shit. Like, yeah, Romania is
No.
probably not even going to be
No.
a country.
Could you
Who cares?
imagine?
Put it on Romania's tab.
Could you imagine if the police that followed up on arresting him, they were like, I heard some guy from Romania's in town. So what? Vampire? Nah, I don't even think Romania's a real country. But he's got our men in there who are supposed to be protecting our shores, having a freebie on Natty Ice and Boston cream pies.
God damn.
Let's go inspect this. And they first go to the library to see if Romania is a real country. All right, well, he's got us there.
I don't know where to take this from
Yeah.
here.
Is Boston a real place? Let's double check.
We got to invest. What?
Navy.
What's Navy? Is that
What
pants?
the hell's a Red Sox?
Old Navy. I never heard of this place.
What's Old Navy? He's at the Old Navy with the boys. All right, we should continue this.
1917, he adopts a new character, Royal Saint Sir, Lieutenant of the British Army Air Corps.
Royal Saint Sir?
First name Royal, last name Saint Sir. Sir spelled C-Y-R, but it still sounds like Sir.
Sounds
So you see
official
what he's
as
doing
fuck.
here, Travis? He's just putting all the words into his title. That's like, you should believe and respect me. I am Royal Saint Sir, Lieutenant of the British Army Air Corps.
But though this guy's probably legit. He sounds legit.
I think so.
Sir, you hear it? Royal? Oh, Saint? Oh, no.
And this time he's from England?
Yes, he's of the British Army Air Corps. I don't know if that's an actual thing. It sounds confusing. I know the RAF is something, but like,
That
I don't know, Travis.
That
Tell
could
me.
have been a precursor to the RAF. I mean,
Yeah,
I
maybe.
don't know, fucking
1917?
No, World War One planes were just like, I don't know, some
Marx
paper mache they
Brothers
slapped
shit.
an engine to.
Yeah, flying
Wright brothers.
splinters.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of fucking Charles Lindberghs
Yeah.
flying around. I can do it further. And
What's
then they
that,
crash on an island and have sex with each other for a month.
Huh?
Nothing
All right.
happened.
Hey-
We lost the war. We fought bravely with semen in our asses. Continue.
Red
Half
Baron
loaded.
pizza.
And we had to share the rock. All right, Mike. Another tip for being an imposter during your credit checks is you say you're from two places,
Oh, I should have done
or,
that
like
today.
two organizations. So like when one organization like looks at you, they just assume you're from the other one. So he's from the British Army Air Corps. So like some people would think, the Air Corps would think he's from the Army, and the Army would think he's from the Air Corps. And they just couldn't be bothered to check. He does this, throughout. He learns this now and uses it throughout his life
Scary.
very effectively.
I feel like Best Buy does that every time I go in. They're like, we're the Geek Squad special or customer service. So I don't know
Yeah.
which one I'm going to, the Geek Squad or customer service.
I have a couple friends who are geek
next to each
squads,
other.
and it is true.
Yeah,
They are geeks.
they're not squad.
They get paid good, Geek Squad?
Are you looking? Oh, Mike, I don't know if you need to fill out all this paperwork to get your prepaid Visa card
Yeah,
that you got today. Mike got his first credit card today, and it's just a prepaid vanilla card.
I did.
Oh, nice.
Because
Good.
I'm smart.
7-Eleven.
That's
You gave-
financial advice.
You gave your social security number to what's his name? Pram?
I mean, shit. I don't really need it.
Right, it's just a
I
bunch
only
of
need that
numbers.
one time to get the
Numbers
card.
are just a construct, dude.
You
They
know,
are.
I get a new,
That's true,
new number
Tom.
soon.
All right, tell me about Sir Junior Boy Child.
Yeah, so Royal Saint Sir, Lieutenant of the British Army Air Corps, starts doing his old shtick, and he's just like, "Hey, can I check out, your army armories? Like, let me see where you keep the guns and bombs."
right here, brother.
Yeah, and sure enough, he like schmoozes his way in, and he's like looking around this place he shouldn't be, pretending to be like a fucking limey officer. And then like during his tour / inspection, like they take him to like the in retrospect, I'm realizing this must be a very important job. The military uniform tailor.
Very important.
It's probably a staunch job. You got to make sure each uniform looks right, and some branches of the military are like uppity with like their like visual inspections of
course.
your
Well,
dress and uniform.
And I'm just saying, you don't want our boys in green on the front lines getting chafage.
Chafing,
I got a lot-
can't
I
have
have
that
lo-
inseam popping.
I have thick thighs that have saved lives on the front lines.
yeah.
I believe it.
So you don't want
Those
to
deflect
dude.
bullets.
Yeah, thank you for your service.
Really appreciate your time in the old Navy there.
I've held the line for a handicapped man in Carvel.
I went to Old Navy the other day. I think I got Smart Bucks is the new coupon
Oh,
that
yeah.
they're using. Smart Cash.
Dollars for later.
Wow.
I can't wait to buy 7 pairs of sandals that will fall apart immediately upon putting them in the bag.
The first time I ever shoplifted was from Old Navy.
Good for you.
Yeah.
You're fighting
Wow.
for the Allies
I guess so.
against the Old Navy.
Fuck them.
Cody, go.
So that this military uniform tailor like takes one look at Stanley's uniform and is like, that guy's faking. Like, look how shitty his uniform's put together. Like, he'll blow out his inseam. He's high watering his like hot pants and shit like that. So like the
It's from
tailor was
Brooklyn.
the one that's just like, no, this guy's a faker. Like, he's put together all wrong. Even I can tell that being an American about British like uniform dress. This guy's a faker. So he gets busted by a tailor of all things.
Could you imagine what if
What really gave him away was he never changed his accent at all. And the whole time he was just being Brooklyn Jew, like, oh, hi, nice to meet you all. I'm from England. I like to see what's on the inside of this little ship duty here. I like to see how you get from point A to point B, if you would, which is
Cheerios.
yeah, Cheerios. This is pardon me, I'm used to walking on the left here. Okay, we shake hands on the left. I read that somewhere. I don't know. Let me see inside. I got nice pants on.
So the charmer he is and the nonviolent fuck he is, again, he gets slapped on the wrist. But his parole officers are fighting like, dude, knock it the fuck off. Stop saying you're someone you're not.
Who
Come
are
on,
these
man.
parole officers? The three fucking stooges?
Yeah.
They must. Okay, Travis, thank you for the segue. They must be dumb because even though these parole officers had Stanley's home address, they just assumed he had some kind of hideout in New York City where he would, dress up, don the guise, put on his face, turn the switch on as an actor and then leave. But he was just on his couch, and his clothes were just on his Murphy bed, at his given home address. And
We got a real son of
the-
Sam on our hands. What does that mean?
Exactly.
Something like 45 years from now.
these officers thought that if a neighborhood saw a French Navy officer leave one day and then come back as an army ranger and then leave again as a doctor with a doctor bag and a stethoscope, they figured the neighbors would eventually tattle on the weirdo doing that
Porn star.
for years. But the neighbors thought he was just hilarious. Oh, look, he's a lawyer this time. Look at
Also,
him and his
There
big
was a
briefcase.
unlike today, there was a tremendous drought of snitches.
It was, yeah, and also entertainment, which is why I think this was allowed to float in his neighborhood. He's like, oh, look at it, he's cute. He's cute, he's doing it more.
Right. And you got to remember, vaudeville was a thing back then. So everyone was
Oh,
trying
sure.
to make it. Be like, well, I've been working this corner of 7th and 23rd for I think I really got something now. Because this guy looked at me the other day, gave me a quarter. He said, please clean yourself. Now I think I'm really going to make it a showbiz.
And these neighbors were also so in love. This is my speculation, but during my research, I think they provided him their mailing addresses so he could establish references that weren't all living in his own house.
Jeez.
You know what I mean? So he'd ask the neighbor lady across the street, "Can I send a letter to you? And if when you get it, just tell me about it and give it to me." And then he'll reply personally, to his own references using other mailing addresses.
Oh,
So,
nice.
But
Hero
right
of
across
the
the street. It's
neighborhood.
so weird. All your references are on the same street as you. Where is this street? This prestigious street?
Yeah, Brooklyn's got some pretty big streets.
Yeah.
1920, our boy takes the show on the road. He goes to Lima, Peru, masquerading as a doctor of sanitation, I believe is the
Term.
position.
A lot of
He's
poo-poo
the-
in Peru.
Wash
Well,
your
yeah,
hands. Don't touch that guinea
He's the
pig.
anti-poop guy, but he's also the make sure your surgeons, dip their hands in alcohol type of guy. So he's doing it up for hospitals and municipal places. How to work optimally in optimal hygiene. Yeah, those are words, Cody. Yeah, so he's just the guy that makes sure you wash your hands before, you unzip a fool for surgery. He's making sure you don't poop on the streets. Don't want that. It's against sanitation. People live longer, when they're hygienic, right? Makes sense?
Right.
Yeah.
Wash your hands.
So wash your hands. Don't poop in the street, Mike. So he's making big bank along with a
Try not
nice
to.
credit line in his name. He purchases a limousine and hires a driver just to be like, I live the big life. I'm important. Look at me. I have my own driver.
But you could
You
do
start-
that in Peru. People go down there like, I got $20. I could live here for like 3 months.
Yeah, exactly.
I kind of tempted. I want to walk around, get Peruvian shrimp, Peruvian
That
lobsters,
sounds good.
and maybe wear pants. Definitely do cocaine.
You can throw lavish parties like he did, Travis.
Yeah.
You can really go down there and find yourself. Become one with the mountain ranges and other shit.
What's
have.
the thing they do? Marijuana? Ayahuasca?
What?
Ayahuasca juana?
Ayahuasca is a lot
Ayahuasca.
of areas down in South America.
Yeah, I'm just going to boof it.
Closer.
Take a video when you do it.
Yep.
Post it on
So-
Live Leak.
Very nice.
Fake taxi.
Throws these huge ravers, south of the border, and his credit and monies are just about up. Presumably, as part of his parole, he was checked in on by like a Navy officer, like middle management type guy, and the officer was just like, "Hey, buddy, you're behaving and not impersonating any military officers, right?" And Stanley was like, no joke, like, "Yeah, I'm behaving. I'm a doctor right now." And like the Navy officer was just like,
well, what was the deal with parole back then? Because usually when you're on parole now, it's like,
I think he got clear of it.
he's like, don't leave your fucking block. You're on parole,
That-
and we're gonna put this smartwatch on your dick.
Didn't have that back then.
Now they're like, at this time period, they're like, you go to Peru, but we're gonna have some seamen look after you.
Yeah.
I actually met someone with one of those ankle monitors. Not the first time I met someone with an ankle monitor in my life, but I met someone down in Georgia with an ankle monitor who was very nice to talk to. And then as I was walking away, proceeded to beat the shit out of her kids. But that's not my business.
No.
Sometimes you need a smack to the head.
I think we're just illustrating a point. Parole is different than it is now.
Yeah,
Okay?
Yeah.
you want to go to cocaine, Peru.
Watch out,
Yes.
there's fentanyl in the coke now, I heard.
Yep. Ain't using that shit. No more fun.
Just-
And we're fun.
I'm
Watch
going
out.
to
Watch out for the coke and your fentanyl.
It's true.
I heard that they're putting
That's
the
true.
fentanyl in the salt and Greek diners, but
You serious?
no, I just made that
I
up.
kind of want a salad now.
Yeah, right? Little Caesar. Oh, Little Caesar, how are you? That's not a diner. Continue,
Little
Cody.
Caesars.
Little Caesars.
So Stanley lets it slip, like, no, I'm not impersonating any Navy guys. I'm impersonating a doctor. And the Navy officer that was checking in on him was just like, I'm technically law enforcement and have to tattle on you, idiot. So the Navy officer did just that. He called up the company that Stanley was working for, being the doctor sanitation for, and the company had to fire him on the spot. But interestingly enough, all of the clientele that the company had and interfaced with our subject tonight, Stanley, was just like, no, don't fire him. He's a great doctor.
That's very Latin
And-
American.
Yeah.
We like the guy. We like him. We don't care that he's murdered 47 children. We want him in our home.
He's a good boy.
Yeah,
He's
good
good
doctor.
boy.
Exactly. He's good. He didn't do anything wrong. He's a good boy. Let him stay.
Yeah. He never did anything wrong by us. He even gave me some of his smart bucks from Old Navy.
Delicious. They spend just like real bucks.
Spend them later.
1921 rolls around. He disguises himself as a doctor, and he approaches a physician from Vienna and states that he's a doctor on behalf of the New York Health Commissioner. And he's like, hey, fancy Viennese doctor, I'm supposed to show you around the city. And then after that, I'm available to become your personal secretary, free of charge. So just like, hey, welcome, you're a big shot. Let me suck your toes.
Everyone is so busy these days that I'm pretty sure if you offered something like that free of charge, people would take it. Oh, just get the kids the fuck away from me for like an afternoon. God damn it.
Hit him with a mace.
Yeah. Cody, I got a question for you about this guy taking
Surely.
all the different costumes. Is he doing anything with his face?
Absolutely not.
No? Like he's still got the same like Snidely Whiplash mustachio going on?
Oh, I forgot to tell you about his facial hair. He's doing the toothbrush.
Oh, that screams confidence.
Yes, it does.
It kind of does, actually.
What is
Because if
toothbrush?
You're like, hey,
It's
I'm like
the
that.
thick boy right here.
It's 1921, so
Yeah.
it's not there yet. But he's even tricking people with the Hitler stash after Hitler does his thing. So that is confidence. Like, wow.
Yeah,
Brr.
yeah. Hitler really ruined that one.
Yeah.
What a fucking
he
dick.
did.
But Michael Jordan brought it back in the 90s.
Well,
Did he?
he did it in the 2000s. Okay, let's not cross
All
our
right.
history here.
So post 9/11,
He was in a Hanes commercial, and one of the outtakes you can find on YouTube is just Michael Jordan going, "I also don't like the Jews." Hanes,
Really?
That
Yeah,
was a
it's
weird
real.
take.
You're no way.
but he's joking about it. It's
And he
him
did a
and-
little salute. He was
Right.
stretching his
He's
arm.
stretching his arm, but it's him and Seinfeld on the plane, and they're both on their way to Palestine to clear things up.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. It's a joke. It's not even funny. If you're laughing, you have bad taste. Travis, bad taste.
Bad taste, Travis.
Dude, I love bad tastes.
No.
Cody, tell me about these cicadas I'm going to eat.
So
Oh, that
you'd
screw
think he
salad.
learned his lesson and just like stay away from photographies and like photographers and photo ops, but he doesn't. So once again, he gets his picture taken as like this important
Person.
like
Official.
health commissioner type, working under this like prominent physician from Vienna. And once again, the photographer's like, "Hey, you're that crackpot that keeps showing up in pictures, not pretending to be someone else." He's like, "Oh, you caught me again." And like once again, like the fucking like parole or probation officers like slap cuffs on him and take him away. But sure enough, the Viennese physician was just like, "That guy's like a great secretary. I'm not gonna press charges. I'm gonna keep him on as my secretary." And the officers are just like, "You can't hire people from jail.
Sucker.
We'd let you."
But we'll let them go to Peru. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's like you can't hire people
Yeah, you
from
can't.
Sing Sing, which is I think where he was arrested.
I have a lot of
Jailed.
relatives that went to Sing Sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your favorite
tourist?
relative?
My favorite relative?
Yeah.
That went to Sing Sing?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, I have two.
Okay.
One's an Irishman that beat someone up right near the UN in
That-
like the late 1800s.
I'm not really sure if that's illegal these days.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
know.
they're still
And the other one
alive.
was my grandfather who apparently fractured someone's skull with a glass swan.
I'm happy to be friends with you.
Yeah.
That's weird. I like it.
That's interesting.
Sing Sing and
All
I
right.
go way back, dog.
Let's talk about the crown jewel
hood.
of all of his impersonations now. Are we ready?
Yeah, I love impersonations. I love Jeff Dunham.
Nice. Still another beer, Travis.
I don't know if that's impersonation or just ventriloquism, but let's say later in 1921, Princess Fatima Sultana of Afghanistan is in the market for a photo op with the United States president. At the time, Warren G. Harding.
Harding.
Princess Fat and Salty's in to make a fucking stinking town. That's fun. Welcome to town, Fat and Stinky.
If I'm not mixing him up with Coolidge, I think it might have been Coolidge. It's either Harding or Coolidge were our stupidest presidents. Like had the lowest IQ.
Oh.
Might have been both of them.
We'll see Harding get fooled momentarily. Thank you,
Oh, okay.
Travis.
Oh, ow.
Mike is
So-
hurting himself. This top-notch investor is having a hard time opening a can of Stella.
It's too busy crunching numbers all day.
Yeah, he's using a pen
Sorry.
to do it. Hold on, Cody. Hold for anomaly.
You guys keep going.
He's
No,
going
we
for
gotta
it.
watch you open this. What are you
Fine.
doing, dude?
Pressure. Really hard to watch.
Pretty hard.
This is ridiculous. I'm going to take a pee while he does this.
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
this is a good time for a break.
Yeah. Let Mike
Oh,
try
yeah.
and not hurt himself.
Oh, what's going
Are we
on
taking
right
a
now? I
full
feel
break?
weird.
Now we're taking a full break. Full
I'll
break.
take a full break.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, Mike, we have to do
Oh,
this
there
because
we
you're
go.
doing this.
Okay,
We're this
quick,
way
leave
because
all
you're
that
that
in
way.
and then cut here. Thanks.
You ready to go? You ready to show?
Cody, you're in New Orleans. Why are you wearing a mask?
I feel it's still my duty.
Is that what you're
Gotta put shrimp in
supposed
your
to do?
hole.
You're a sheeple.
Why aren't you
You're
in
a
a,
I am.
sheeper.
why aren't you in a cemetery right now?
Fully vaccinated sheeple.
Yeah. I am actually I was vaccinated 3 times. I have all 3 of them, the shots.
I got 2.5.
You're greedy. You're cheating.
I am. I'm sucking it up.
How are the
I'm
5
actually
Gs?
I'm actually not breathing. I'm doing one better when people go, "You're not wearing a mask." I'm breathing.
Well, you got the 5 Gs. You don't need to breathe anymore.
Yeah, true.
Well, he's got 15 G's now.
15
We got all
Gs.
15 G's, dude. Fucking
That's a big bus size.
yeah. I'm gonna die pretty soon.
Everyone does, Tom. It's all right.
Yeah, but you know, it boils down to this. Do you believe in the man or do you believe in me, man?
Do you even know when you're dead?
That's up there.
Good question.
I don't think so, Mike. You don't have
Yes,
that part
you
of brain
don't-
working
exactly.
anymore.
You
So
don't
you're
even
just
know when
like,
you're dead.
This is fine.
It's the worst part is that you know when you're dead, it's fine.
Maybe you do know. You're like, oh fuck, I'm dead. No one can hear me.
Shit.
Well, you don't perceive time passing as like a living person. So when you die,
How do you
you're
know?
on your next adventure immediately. You know what
How
I
do
mean?
you
It's
know?
like when you fall asleep, you're like, oh, breakfast time. It's kind of the same thing when you're dead, I feel.
Yeah, because the brain needs oxygen, dude.
Yeah. So breathe.
Yeah.
Breathe with
Or-
your 5G.
I stopped breathing a long
Or do
time
Tom
ago.
and not breathe.
Look, Cody, I'm
I'm from
glad that
Brooklyn,
you're
I don't
doing your
breathe.
part to keep every fucking worthless piece of life down there breathing.
It's a hard job.
Continue.
Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted, Mike,
What'd I do?
Mike,
I was just trying to open a beer.
we all saw you.
It was my fingernails. I had to cut my fingernails because supposedly it's gross to have long fingernails.
Shut up, you pencil pusher.
And I'm just
Stop
over
Asian
here
hate.
struggling to fucking open my beer. And
Here we
All
go.
right.
Let's get this Irish in jail.
So we got Princess Fatima Sultana of Afghanistan here, and she's like, "Oh, on her docket to-do list is just get a picture of some high-ranking like USA politicians because some colonial fuckwit at the time, who shall not be named, would prefer if Afghanistan wasn't its own sovereign country." Wink, wink, hint, hint.
Wait,
So
so she was doing one of those like girls' night out, time to do the scavenger hunt. I always get the girls that come up to me like, I need a picture of a guy with tattoo.
I need a picture of a guy who's so fucking ugly I want to throw up.
Yeah,
That's
no,
what
I never get the ones that are like, we need to suck a dick on the street.
Hi, I'm just here to get a picture so our country can perhaps compete in nuclear arms races.
There you go. Maybe. Who knows how history turns out? It's weird like that. So she's here. She's trying to like rub shoulders with the bigwigs to prove Afghanistan ain't nothing to fuck with. Princess Fatima Sultana is a medium tall, kind of pudgy lady, middle aged, not like Disney princess. She doesn't have to wear like the veil because she's royalty, but she does rock some nightgown looking shit. And she keeps a big old sapphire up her nostril just to let people know she's important.
That's
Okay.
a great place to store that.
So she's DreamWorks diversity casting.
She's
If you
Moana.
want to be so brave and say that, sure. I think we're getting culturally confused, but that's never stopped us before. Let's keep going. So as I said, our boy Stanley is not in for the money, even though he has 10,000 princess dollars in hand, almost as valuable as Jeffrey Bucks. But he got 10,000, and he's just like, let's reinvest into the scam. Let's put it back in. Are you listening, Mike?
I'm taking notes.
So he hooks her.
He's
he
not on the
hooks
microphone, but he's
princess
taking
up.
notes.
taking mental notes.
And he hooks the princess up in a ritzy hotel. I believe the Waldorf Hysteria. I don't know that name.
It's
He gets her a nice fancy car and a
Waldorf
driver.
Astoria.
And he's just like, if you sound rich, look rich, they'll come to you. You don't need to give them gifts. The gift is they look like a credible politician standing next to loaded royalty. So that's his ruse, and it actually works. Not necessarily with the big cheese himself on top, Harding, but with one Secretary of State, Charles Evan Hughes. So the invitation goes out, and Hughes, the Secretary of State, he's like, whoa, princess, whoa, fancy hotel, whoa, fancy motor carriage, and sapphire in the nose, because he's actually, finally sitting down face to face. And then from there, they, do the superhuman sweet talking, and then they get the presidential meeting in the books. And
What?
it's just like, oh yeah. And that goes down July 26th, 1921. They actually sit down. We got the princess, we got Stanley, and we got Warren G. Harding, and they're shaking hands, posing for the photo op going down. Again, your boy Stanley doesn't get like the news that photo ops aren't the greatest thing for imposters to partake in. But interesting bit of trivia, during this meeting, there's a second totally unrelated imposter in the mix.
Or
They're,
Warren G.
hobnobbing
Harding?
it with President Harding.
Was it Warren G. Harding?
It was Warren G. Harding, yeah,
He
is the president in question.
I fucking
No,
I
that
mean, he
wasn't
would-
the imposter.
yeah.
The imposter is Prince Zerdecheno of Egypt. It's not a real person, but he just claimed he was such. we don't know what he was trying to do, but we do know from photographs that he's not a real person, and he just also got into this like imposter field.
He's
day.
actually the second heir to the Sabaros Empire. You didn't know.
I know the great.
Prince
Get
of
on the
Egypt,
mic!
heir to
I
Sabaro.
know the grandson.
Get on the mic
I know the grandson of the family.
of Sabaros.
Yeah, his fucking
Of course you
grandma
do.
is like I don't know,
Mama
Mama
Sabaro.
Sabaro or
Mama
some shit like that.
Okay, that's interesting.
No
What
one
is this
cares, though.
clown's name again?
The second imposter, Prince Zerdachino of Egypt.
Zerdachino.
And he also
That name, I know it.
Zerdachino.
He has obtained this by smothering his own grandmother, who was attempting to pass down her famous turkey Zedradano to her grandson, and her grandson, you know what? I hate that dish, Grandma. I truly hate it. And smothered her and began a career on the lamb.
On the lamp, yeah. That's how that works. You kill your grandma, you got to run, Mike.
It's facts, respect.
So here we have it. This is like a weird thing that our boy Stanley does. Once he like mission successes, he like washes his hand. He's like, good, I did it. If I stay any longer, I might get caught. And especially because he's not in it for the money, he's able to do this and like more or less avoid, getting
Backlash.
caught prematurely. So he's just like, princess and president met. I'm good. Bye.
So he just gets power boners. It's not
Yeah,
to get
he
cash
gets
or
high
scam
on this
anything.
stuff.
He just was like, oh yeah, so rich.
There's
so
just like
powerful.
there's this kid who my sister went to school with. I don't know the kid's name. He's kind of nice, but he's got this like weird thing where he just likes getting photos with himself and celebrities. He's managed to get like
That's this.
Yeah, he's got like photos with just like, how did you get Sylvester Stallone and Whitney Houston in the same picture?
You gotta ask him.
No joke. Like
tricky.
he's just
It's tricky.
got like these lists. Like he's one of these kids who waits on lines for book.
Oh.
Like just what are you done?
That's his thing.
No one knows him, but he knows everyone.
He knows everyone. Hey,
So just to super prove that our subject tonight, Stanley Clifford Weyman, isn't in it for the juice, isn't in it for the money, that the hard ducats. The princess actually had a second thing on her to-do list, and that was to sell a huge ass diamond gemstone on the American market for funds. And pardon my enunciation, this gemstone was called the Duria Emor. So huge gemstone, probably bigger than the fucking sapphire she has in her nostril. And she turns to like our guy, Stanley. He's like, I need you to sell this. And Stanley is literally like, big ass diamond? Sounds boring. And he just ghosts her on like that, on the prospect. So he's clearly not in it for the money.
just like a high sign. I don't want to sell them anymore. See you.
Nope.
Every kiss begin with K now.
Okay.
No, don't want it.
Don't want to do
I
it.
don't want to kiss you. That's gross.
Nope.
Get cootie.
I gotta go meet Dale Earnhardt now. Goodbye.
So Stanley ghosts the princess, and the princess is just like, "Hey, where'd that guy go? I still had important tasks for him." So she like tries to like look up his superiors, and surprise, the State Department and the Navy is just like, "Yeah, we don't appoint diamond sellers to princesses or anyone for that matter. Who have you been talking to?" And like this like finally gets our boy Stanley in like the first bit of trouble he's ever in. He actually serves 7 years in Atlanta penitentiary system.
Hot down there. Careful.
Is it
Nope.
Hotlanta?
Don't get in there. Also, I believe that's the setup for the Sixth Sense, right?
Yeah, the little kid goes to
Something
jail.
to that
The-
degree.
yeah, little kid's like, I got diamonds to sell. And all these dead people are like, we don't care.
Yeah,
It's a weird story.
yeah, and then what's his name? Bruce Willis like, but I want a dime.
He's like, my wife hates me, but I can help you in your bedroom.
Haley
Sure.
Joel Osment, no.
Please don't do it. I know how you hung it.
So 7 years in Atlanta penitentiary, and our boy Stanley gets bored because he can't beat other people when you're in jail. It's tricky.
You could
They,
meet other
like, fingerprint
jailmates.
you, and they take mug shots. What was that?
You can meet other jailmates.
You can meet other jailmates and pretend you're a power bottom. See who takes.
Inmate number 22456. I said, call me Don Cheadle.
Oh yeah, that could line up at this time.
I done.
So
That's my new
with
phone,
all
the
his
I
free
done.
time in jail. So with all his free time in jail, he can't impersonate anyone. He actually puts his nose into the books and passes the bar behind bars. So he's actually a lawyer while he's serving his 7-year sentence in Atlanta, Georgia.
Time.
So
Yeah.
it's not
kinda
like this guy is
overdosing
all
while in
talk.
rehab. It's
Was that?
impressive. I said it's like overdosing while in rehab. It's rather impressive.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't care how much you study in jail for the bar. I feel like being a natural con artist and like impersonator should just discredit you from passing the bar.
Well, luckily for our guy, that's not how that works. And he was just like, I'm a lawyer now, and I don't have to fake it. So interesting enough, this guy isn't all talk. He is actually a very intelligent individual that can, at least pass as a lawyer in this country we live in. So passes the bar, he gets out. And in 1925, his next disguise is a member of the New York State Lunacy Commission. So he's just like, I'm an expert on, crazy people.
I know his moniker.
It might, yeah.
Salino of Salino and Barnes.
Expert on crazies. Yeah, that'll do it.
I mean, come on, dude. The guy just died.
He died like a year ago, bro.
Guy just died.
Did you just too soon on Salino or Barnes?
Yeah, I'm having fun. Imagine this guy. He looks like Woody Woodpecker, and he's just like, I'm here to check your nuts. Oh!
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So he poses as this lunacy commissioner, and he goes to a doctor's convention in Boston, or Cambridge, Massachusetts, rather. And I guess there was an empty time slot in the convention because he just picks up a microphone and just starts, advocating for reform in the psychological care in penitentiaries. And what he's doing here is he's not giving doctor nuances and experience. He's giving prisoner and patient nuances and experiences. So he's literally saying, you know what we need? Stuff that would have made me more comfortable instead of what actual mentally distressed people want. So it's a Venn diagram that heavily overlaps, and he's drawing from it quite effectively right now. Good? Are you guys still there?
Yeah, we're here. We're just listening for more.
I get freaked out when I hear the silence.
We don't. We don't shut up.
Yeah, I know you. So
Mike,
spoilers. The reforms
can't
he actually
stop talking.
advocates are enacted before he serves his last jail time. So he gets to actually enjoy some of the new rules he puts in the books the next time he gets thrown in jail. So
I want a popcorn maker. I want a chocolate fountain / toilet.
That's how that works.
A waterbed. Give me it.
Sure.
Are you crazy? Yes, double sure.
Dude, that's how you do jail. That's how I do jail in Sweden.
Do they? Oh yeah, that guy
Kinda,
who shot
yeah.
up all summer camps. I don't have PS4 yet. I only have PS3. That's not fair to my rats.
I have Stars subscription.
Let's be real. That guy's not very nice, and
Yes.
and he really deserves to be in our jail system.
Yeah, I don't think he deserves the Stars package. I'm
No.
just saying.
Over there,
basic
rehabilitation.
They have nice furniture. They give him real wood. He really needs the cinder block. Whatever else.
On the forehead.
We'll check in with Adam.
Okay. I like that guy. 1926 rolls around, and legendary silent film star Rudolph Valentino passes away. And as he passes away, he leaves a widow named Pola Negri.
I love his movies, by the way. Tree, Bush,
Mime.
Automobile,
Yes.
Island,
I like
Water.
the sequel to Bush, Winded Bush.
Winded Bush.
Yeah.
That's how I just used to name
Yeah.
movies back then.
Rudolph Valentino. Oh, wow. What a guy. He did it.
He showed
But
so
he
much
was-
emotion.
Yeah, before everyone else, I guess. The first one, really, right?
He was
But-
able to
but
cry
silently.
with his eyes, which was coined by a famous newspaper writer, Dinger Boy.
Dinger Billy Boy?
Yeah, and he's
Mhm,
alive to
mhm,
this day telling the story. Now continue, Cody, before I go
Ugh.
insane, because it's really
Gotcha.
late.
So with the utmost confidence, he strides right into Pola Negri's hotel room, and he just lies and he says, "Rudy would have wanted me to take care of you, my dear. I'm his secret doctor, by the way. You haven't heard of me, but he would want me to have taken care of you. And by the way, she's like a hysterical mess right now." So
Oh,
she's just like, in
smart
mourning, and
move.
he's like, I'm taking care of you now. And she's like, why not?
Have you ever been with a loudmouth?
That's hot. I like that.
Man,
Say things louder.
I've been with a guy in a relationship for the past 35 years who hasn't said a goddamn word.
It's weird like that.
Anything.
Please, honey, talk to me dirty. Just say anything, please.
Did you see what they put in the newspaper? I didn't. That's why I'm asking.
So, as her personal physician, he gave press conferences on her current health, and he kind of like ran the PR for her. So he was just like the guy that would like, issue a statement to like various news outlets and be like, she's in stable but like compromised like state of mind right now. She'll be still like hanging out with her OnlyFans on Tuesday though, so get in there.
So
A lot of
Well-
those only girls, from what I understand, are also in a constant state of hysteria. But I mean, that's hearsay.
They don't get
No, I
doctors.
think that's
though.
true.
They don't get free con man doctors coming in and fucking
probably
everything
do.
up. While he's there, he also establishes a faith healing clinic in the late Valentino's house, just because that's what the widow Pola Negri wanted. It was weird. So during this entire like posing as a private physician, he doesn't accept any money. So when he was outed, they couldn't bust him on any of the
Money.
harder stuff. He's just like, oh, he's just pretending.
what a sicko. I'd be doing it for that money. What the fuck?
I just
You'd go to jail then, Mike.
Back then, they're fucking dumb as shit back then.
if you just borrow the whole time, then it's fine.
Oh, I need cigarettes. Oh, you want me to pick up a pack?
Go to North
I'll go
Dakota,
down.
just disappear.
You buy, I'll fly.
That's how you live.
Imagine
That's
a
how Chris
barter
Farley
criminal.
died.
A bartering criminal.
Bartering criminal.
Right.
What, like you have to give me your best thing for my shittiest
Yeah.
item?
Yeah. Well, if you
Sounds like
phrase
you're
it
killing
like
me.
that,
Don't kill
you-
me. All right,
Yeah.
sure.
Here's an old Nathan's hot dog I found in the street.
Oh,
Please
it's
give me
split in
your
the middle.
diamond.
I can't have it.
Can't?
have it. Split in the middle.
Continue.
It's not a snapper.
You guys are gonna like this part.
I want a hot
1933 rolls around. We got World War II, unfolding and shitting itself everywhere.
No, it's in 1933.
Yeah.
Did you say 1943 or 33?
33, but it's around the corner. There's
Oh, I
around
thought
the
you said it was
corner.
America's
happening.
not in it yet.
As they
Let's say
said, the
that.
famous World War II movie, Just Around the Riverbend.
I remember
Hitler's
that.
coming just around the riverbend.
Let's go ask the tree what to do with our friends.
Let's go ask the sexy raccoon. Is Hitler coming?
I thought it didn't start
Yes,
in 1939. What gives?
Sexy raccoon. Okay.
It's
Anyway,
true.
our boy Stanley, because he's such a good imposter, opens an acting school, believe it or not. Who are the clientele? Men that want to dodge the draft.
Nice.
That was pretty rare back then, though, dog.
That's true. But the thing is, our boy sees a need for like some acting Juilliard chops to be blessed upon these draft dodgers. And his specialty is teaching men how to act mentally handicapped and or deaf. That's
I
his
like
school.
that. I
Awesome.
should teach that.
Yeah, Mike, you
It's
should
easy.
open a business, dude.
You don't even think.
Yeah.
Don't
That's a
even
good
think.
idea.
That sounds
You got a
pretty
lot of
smart, Mike.
pointers.
You don't even have to think.
Mm-hmm. Just keep repeating that.
Just show up. You're right. You're doing great.
8+.
Make sure to be there in the morning.
There's no A's, only B's.
Only actual live bees
They only like B's.
released into your studio.
That makes you want to act more so you don't
Yeah,
get
yeah.
stung. Yeah.
You think you can act mentally handicapped with like bees around you, Mike?
Of
I'd
course
pay
I
to see
could.
that.
Yeah, and then you just take away
Dude.
the bees and you've got it.
All I gotta do is fucking turn my ankles in, fucking 90 degrees.
Pigeon toed, okay.
Just start talking.
Yeah, and release the bees.
Your usual
That's my usual
like,
talk
speech
and then,
patterns,
Yeah,
right?
there we go.
Just talk about Dogecoin.
Yeah, that's too smart. I'll start talking about fucking lizard people and fucking third eyelids.
All right. Well, come on. That's a low blow. Okay. Cody, continue.
So if these guys couldn't, cut the mustard with their acting chops, your boy Stanley would offer, how should I say this, a premium method acting course where he would just inflict head damage on you so you wouldn't have to pretend.
Shit.
Totally worth it.
Wait, what?
So yeah,
Method
he'd take a
acting?
spike and like shove it in your ear and give it a few whacks. And if that didn't mentally handicap you, you'd be deaf.
Oh,
So you wouldn't have to act mentally handicapped or deaf.
I think
You'd
you have
just
to.
be it.
I think you have to be mentally handicapped to sign up for that class.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Isn't that?
yeah, that's what they need to show the MPs. Be like, sir, young boy, you're drafted.
Yeah,
I signed up for this class, though.
yeah, what the? That doesn't make any sense.
We don't want you.
Lieutenant, get this retard out of here. He done sign up for acting school.
See, Uncle Sam wants soldiers that can hear and like think coherently. So if you pretend to not be that, they don't ask you to join the fight, Mike.
But he's actually hurting them though, your ears and shit.
Yeah, but he's keeping them alive.
Are you fucking kidding? He'll do it for them. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
If they can't act and they agree to it, he'll whack you in the head with a spike and either make you brain damaged or deaf, and then you don't have to hopefully deaf and not brain damaged, and then you don't have to fight and possibly lose your life. Most people see this as their life on the line, Mike.
But then is your
Mike, you just
your life,
walk
your
around-
brain is scrambled. Then you can't do shit.
He's just nailing people's heads. He's going, "It's a gift to be
I mean,
simple.
shit, you
It's
go
a
overseas-
gift to be free."
Mike, you don't need your ears to fuck.
Yeah, but you need your brain.
That's true. Did you hear him?
Saying, but just
well, you could probably fuck without a brain, but you won't remember what you're doing.
Well, you don't always want to remember sometimes.
That is true.
Do you think that what Billy Bob Thornton took that class for his Sling Blade role?
Oh,
That's-
Angelina Jolie. That's the results.
Oh my
He
goodness.
just
He got Angelina Jolie.
He fucked Angelina Jolie
That's the
until he was
fuck. He
retarded.
won the game. He
Imagine-
acting
imagine
school.
her-
Are they cousins?
Imagine her taking a money shot from him. Like,
She got the
Boom.
tattoo. You see her tattoo? It says
Yeah,
Billy
Bill
Bob.
Bob.
The dra-
he is handsome.
he's like a gym teacher.
He's like,
He's gym teacher handsome.
I think I'm gonna take this French fried potato home.
Hey, sometimes it's all about personality. I guess you got to get that southern accent.
Yeah, he is really a charmer. Cody, please wrap this goddamn episode up.
It's getting there. His next imposture was a news reporter that reported for the Irwin News Service.
I
And,
heard of them.
he fakes his credentials, and then from there, a door gets opened. He is approached by a Thai delegation to fill the job for press officer. And this job comes with the sweet perks, aka all the diplomatic immunity goodness. So it's just like, hey, you'll be a diplomat, you'll work for us, diplomatic immunity for whatever country you're in, and you get to tell people what's up.
You can park in front of people's driveways, no sweat. We
good.
won't
Yeah.
even tell the car.
Yeah. And then he was just like, that sounds sweet, but that might fuck with my citizenship. So he goes to he goes to quote unquote
Embassy?
Johnny Law and Uncle
Oh.
Sam, and he's just like, hey, would this scam fuck with my citizenship? And Uncle Sam's like, wait, what are you doing right now? And he gets busted for that just because he was so worried about losing his citizenship.
Citizenship?
So he had a sweet thing lined up, and he
He fucked
got too
himself.
paranoid and fat fingered, got too chatty in his correspondence with the U.S. government.
This
Ooh,
is
again.
this guy. I just got to throw out there. He's the most charming autistic person I've ever heard of in my entire life.
I see him as me.
Cody.
It's very
You're not that charming.
Narcissistic. of you.
Now you're
are
not
a charmer
devoid
by
of
any
charm,
means.
but you're just not like
I think you're charming.
hanging out with the Princess Fatima's charming.
I think you could do that.
I'm trying to work there.
You
I
could
need
get
some
there. It's possible.
Sapphire nostril ladies in my life.
Yeah, dude.
All right,
Very
so let's
hot.
wrap this up. He takes a step down just because he likes to think, and he's just like, hey, let's do some less high profile things. And he actually gets a real job as a greeter at a store called Dinty Moore's.
Oh, old
Dinty Moore
Dinty
stew.
Moores.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Stew time.
That's some
time.
good eating.
Yo,
Oh,
Dinty
so
stew
I
soup?
didn't know what
You
this
ever
is.
had
Run me
Dinty
down,
Moore, Mike?
boys.
No, what the fuck is Dinty?
Really?
Is
I
it
feel like that's right up your alley,
like
dude.
Cracker Barrel or some shit?
Oh no, Mike. Travis is absolutely right. Mike, fill him in.
What is
Travis.
this?
So
Yeah.
Dinty Moore is the the original Hot Pocket. It's in a can. It's terrible stew. You eat it anywhere. I used to eat it when I camped.
So it's like Chef Boyardee.
No,
it's not
You
Italian.
can eat it no matter when. Don't have
It's
to
got
heat it
real
up.
meat chunks in it, maybe.
So
You
it's
have to
Chef
heat it?
Boyardee.
Yeah.
I mean, you can. You could heat. You don't have to eat a Hot Pocket.
It was one of
You have
the
to eat Hot
original
Pockets.
canned stews, and I believe it came from a
I've never
facility.
heard of this.
It was before Cracker Barrel started having fun and games and diarrhea and lawn chairs and rocking chairs that you could buy.
I love the peg games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
see, this was
yeah.
Cracker Barrel, but just the diarrhea.
Right.
And you could eat it under a bridge if you're a hobolo. You make a little fire out of
hobolo?
raccoon skins, and you heat up your Dinty Moore. And
Yeah.
there you go.
So Dinty Moore is a true classic. It's an American institution, possibly not from America, but I just know.
I'm gonna Google
Look, we're going to see the can. I'm going to get you a can for next time.
it.
Yeah.
Google it.
Getting you a can for next
Wow.
week. Mike.
Okay. Is he gonna eat it on the show?
You might.
We can make him.
10 G's, put your face on a microphone. If you could
Yeah,
talk on the mic for an entire episode without us telling you.
Oh,
I'll
I
be-
have beef stew. Dinty Moore.
Yeah, that's it. Cody, please.
So he's this greeter at Dinty Moore's, and then he's like, "Oh, this is actually too high stress. I would like to." And then he pursues this line of work as a night manager at a local no-tell motel. So he's just like, "I don't want to talk to no one while I'm like, scheming plots and plotting my schemes."
Buy it now.
Right.
And now that he's working in this shady nighttime job in New York, Tom, how about you ask me how he died?
Oh, how does our good friend of many names and one mustache die?
Did
I
he really
forgot
die?
his real name.
Yeah, me too. I keep forgetting his
You guys
real
forgot his name
It-
already?
name. What's his name?
What was
That's
his
funny.
name, Mike?
That's really funny. I want to spoil it. You guys should know by now.
Oh, good one.
Yeah,
good
right.
one. Okay,
That's
continue,
smooth.
Cody.
It's always some variation of Stanley Clifford Weyman.
I knew that.
He uses Sir sometimes. He sometimes leaves the E out of his name, but it's always sometimes it's Weinberg, his actual birth name.
I liked when his name was Royal Starship.
I liked when it was.
Royal Saint
Chris
Sir
Benoit.
was one of his aliases. Good alias.
Yeah, Mike was a fan of his Chris Benoit fans. I guess that's how he dies. Cody,
Blueface. So August 1962, gunmen burst into the late night motel attempting to empty the register, and our boy Stanley committed his last impersonation. He pretended he was some kind of bulletproof comic hero and rushed the robber that had the gun in his hand. Fatally shot over and over and over again, dying at age 70. Rest. I'm going to say it. Rest in peace. Rest in peace on this one.
Is he a good
Not
person?
Grease.
wow.
Yeah, I
He's
don't
70
know.
years old.
Sounds like a. He's just like an actor.
Yeah.
I don't hate this guy. I think he's a special boy, but
The responding CSI detective said, "I've known about this man's past record for years. He did a lot of things in the course of his life, but what he did this time was brave.
Noble.
Brave.
Disney.
Brave.
So was he fat right before he died? I don't know. Like, what is
he
that?
was 70. He might have had a paunch on him.
Okay.
I feel like we all get requisite paunches in
We
like
get-
the mid.
we get brave
I
as
just
we
get
get older.
stronger
Yeah.
as I get older.
You turn to a
So-
small Scottish girl when you're older.
Your dick gets bigger when you get older too.
That's true for some of us. Metamorphosis is a bitch. So there you have him. Stanley Clifford Weyman, or slight variations thereof. He impersonated a bunch of doctors, naval officers, army officers, lawyers before becoming a real lawyer, and a United Nations expert in Balkan and Asian affairs. I left that one out because it was dry as fuck.
Well,
he was sent to jail on 13
occasions.
occasions, during his adulthood, and spent 1/3 of his life behind bars. 1/3 of his adult life behind bars.
Cody, I'm just gonna say real fucking nice, leaving out his Asian part.
Well, that would be
Yeah.
discrimination
Yeah.
if he did talk.
And the
about
Balkans. Oh, what do you have against Slavs, dude?
What does the world have against Slavs is the bigger question.
All I'm gonna say is you gotta fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
So
it.
there
Wise
you go.
words.
Yes.
He was quoted in saying, "I have lived many lives and I was never bored." History looks back at his unique biography and posits he had the bipolar disorder, which stopped him from saying no to the crazy thoughts in his head. That's like, you should impersonate a naval officer. Like, doctors think we all have those like fleeting impulses, but like the neurotypical brain can just say like, no, that's absurd. I'd get in trouble. Where our boy Stanley's brain was just like, no, just do it. Just do it. See what happens.
I have a little bit of that myself. I know firsthand. I mean, I have been there.
Is it
I have made
schizophrenic?
many bad decisions. One night I was laying in bed and I was like, I'm going to start a podcast. And then I did it.
Now you have two.
Yeah, I got-
And now
I
I have
have
two
two of them,
podcasts.
Tom. How do you
I'm a
feel?
psychopath. And I totally,
serious deja vu from Tom right there.
yeah, this guy, is it Weinman or Wyman? I can't really.
Weinberg, birth name, he does W.E. Wyman like with an E in there
Like a
for some,
hymen,
and he
but
actually
why?
drops the E for some other ones. So
Okay.
it's like women.
So my confusion is more than warranted because this guy is basically a thief.
He's an identity thief. Yeah.
Okay, so Travis, you were just saying you like this guy.
Yeah.
Mike, do you think you could sell this guy your Dogecoin? Talk on the
Why
mic.
would he want to?
God damn it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. I can sell him it. Yeah.
You could sell him some Dogecoin?
I wouldn't. Well, how? Why? Wait, what? Why? How?
Just
I
ask
can't even
him.
talk right
Great.
now. I'm pretty.
Mike's falling asleep on the couch. We're so bored.
Why can't I? I could definitely. Yeah.
How could you hate someone that worked for Dinty Moore Stew?
Yeah, right. Actually, looks good as fuck. I'd eat that.
He quit. He's a dinty quitter.
Yeah, well, that's why he died.
Well, he didn't
right
take any
after quitting.
shit. You know.
He's a dinty less.
He was
He's an American hero. We should fucking salute him.
Yeah.
He was 21 gun
greeter.
saluted earlier.
21
We
comes.
should give him another 22 shot salute.
Dude, that's
Well, okay,
how,
so there's 4 of us. That means we each go 5 times, and Mike has to go an extra 6 to get to
Sick.
21.
I like shooting guns. I'm all about it.
Exact. It's like shooting cannons. It's like shooting howitzers, Mike.
The hell's a howitzer?
don't you play
You'll know-
CS:GO?
The hell's that?
You'll know when you're older.
Howitzer? What the fuck
It's
is?
a gun. It's a gun to shoot people with.
All right, so that was a good boy.
Thank you.
Well,
Thanks for research, Cody.
you take
Yeah,
us
I always
out.
like doing my imposter con man, like slippery boys. So this was a good addition to the RMC catalog, I believe.
You sure
Yeah,
he wasn't schizophrenic?
Bipolar, Mike.
Bipolar? Oh.
So if you're bipolar, you can go to roastmortemcast.com.
Oh no! If you're not bipolar, you can do that too.
Yeah, you can
We don't
follow us on
judge.
all of our things. It's all Roast Mortem Cast. Instagram, Twitter, and
Oh, was that a slur?
no,
No.
Oh, God.
Twitter. And what's the other one we do? TikTok,
Pornhub.
Pornhub.
Yeah.
You know, I just realized we have a few ratings up there. Go rate us on iTunes. I noticed that
Yeah.
both of my podcasts, I have terrible reviews from the same person. It's obviously a fake name. So shout out to one of my exes.
It's
I guess
me.
they're still thinking about me. Go fuck yourself.
Honestly, I'm fine with the negative review.
Hey, it's
Some of
at
them are
least it's a
funny.
review.
It's just
Yeah.
weird that iTunes is the only one where you can review. But do that. Sign up for Tim Cook's Penis and rate us on iTunes.
That's how that works.
Apple
Yeah.
Podcasts. They don't even call it that anymore. No.
If you want to hear more about these real con men, go sign up for platforms run by fake con men like Tim Cook
Yeah.
and Mark Zuckerberg.
And whoever owns Spotify.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like
Mark
Cutco?
Cuban.
Mark
Some
Cuban.
the guy, yeah, he's bald and he's just like
He knows what
no
he's
one
talking
should make
about.
money anymore, just us. That's what he said. It's a quote. Anyway, thanks very much for
Diamond
listening.
hands only.
Diamond hands only.
Yeah.
That's right. Damn that.
Can I have money, please?